What is up, Bras, and welcome back. We got some brand new spicy stuff for you today to slap with, so let's get right into it. And make sure you stick around until the end because I'm going to show you literally 10 Azami barrier tricks that you are gonna absolutely slap with. And so, here's the first one. Up first, we have the new variation of the Outback camping spawn peak that is so much better than the last one that we did in the other video. Before, we were running to the right side and then shooting through the back of the window, but now you can just simply look left after going outside of the door and vault up. From there, you have a clear line of sight down into the camping spawn for a kill that's going to make your victim switch to CS2. Up next isn't quite a spawn peek, but it has the potential to either get an early kill or get a freebie on anyone that's entering the garage. There's this well-hidden line of sight that isn't well known from the gym that goes through the garage and out of the garage door towards the kennel spawn. When attackers start peeking the door to check catwalk, that gives you so many opportunities to get a headshot, and it's so hard to see that even if they look towards the gym window, it's actually insane because it's pretty much invisible to them. Now, while you watch me get slammed from across the map, I figure it was a good time to quickly tell you that G Fuel has some awesome sales going on and some really cool flavors, like their new Pog flavor, which is a passion orange guava. The combination of passion fruit orange and guava is also a really popular flavor here in Hawaii because it mixes so well together, and my other current favorite flavor is the orange mango, which is called Horizon Sunrise. All of G Fuel's tubs come with 40 servings, so it comes out to less than $1 per serving. They have 0 sugars and they're packed with antioxidants, and they are vitamin fortified. If you'd like to check out any of the flavors, then I'll have the link down below. Thank you so much to G Fuel for sponsoring this video, and don't forget to use code Brah to save 20%. Up next is the new angle that goes through the storage drone hole through assembly to hit anything on the main breach. I'm gonna just open up everything so that you can see what exactly is going on, and then I'll show you a more practical example. One of the most helpful ways to use this is if you play Ash or Zoe, because then you can open it up, and then even if one of the walls in nanotech are reinforced, you can shoot an impact around it and take off any utility on the main breach wall. Plus, if anyone is trying to juggle it, it's gonna be another freebie for you. Next up is the secret pixel that Nico found on new Consulate. So by now that we all pretty much know that you can shoot attackers from the piano from the bigger gap as they approach the wall, but did you know there's actually this bonus little secret pixel where if you break this spot in the carpet, there is a line of sight that goes straight down to kill anyone that's actively placing a breach on the wall. What's good about this is that means that Thermite is going to literally be standing still for you, and all you can see is their head anyways, so it's just an insane way to get a free kill that you should keep in mind. Moving over to Oregon, I'm going to show you how to take advantage of when an uncoordinated team does a standard setup and opens up head holes in attic. This is pretty much a go-to setup right now in Rainbow Six Siege for bedroom, but did you know if you simply rappel on the armory wall, you can break the top right of the window and then shoot the wooden boxes out to have a line of sight straight onto the rotate between attic and kids? This is best with Ash or Zoe again so that you can impact the armory wall, but just imagine this with like a Blackbeard DMR. Oh my goodness, people are going to slap their keyboards. But once you have this line of sight, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill if you wait long enough, because we all know you go through this rotate at least once per round. Another option that you have while attacking dorms is this ram trick that the Dangleberries showed, and it's how you can actually get a lineup to throw the tank down onto the windowsill and then curve it to the right to clear any ground utility off of game's wall. I'm currently playing on a 16:9 aspect ratio with a 90 FOV, so if you're playing on different settings, the pixel might slightly be different. So if you want to go into a custom game to get the perfect lineup, definitely feel free to do that before you start chucking tanks in rank. Now up next is the first of 10 insane tactics and spots with Azami, and this first one is a placement in office to destroy anyone that's coming up east stairs, all while you're practically invisible. The placement is just directly left of the top red metal in the reinforcement, and then down about 1 reinforcement line. On Oregon, there's a few new crazy ways to use Azami, and the first one is by burning one of the barriers on the light and placing it horizontally, because then that's going to allow you to have a surface to throw a second or even third barrier to build an extra soft wall right in the middle of the room. You can throw one off center and then play close to head glitch while peeking trophy, and you just have a lot of cool ways to play around it. You're pretty much a contractor because we literally just put an extra wall inside of the room. If you want one of these while facing top white, you can also do the same thing without needing to burn the first one, because you can throw it on the end of the light and then build straight down however you want. You can even combo this with the other Azami trick where you crouch, look down, and then throw a barrier on the doorway, because your head will stop the top of the barrier from expanding, and you'll have this one-way angle onto any poor player that decides to push white. Now, if you really want to throw the enemy off, you can actually camp on one of the bunks with Gamer's new method to get inside of them. If you look at the base of a bunk bed and then throw a barrier down, you can then crouch, go to the left, and then look at the center of the bunk for a vault prompt. Once inside, you can either shoot through the pixel into kids or even swing on big window, because it's not a spot that anyone expects to get peeked from. You can even look at this point in the white blanket. You'll see how it's kind of pointed right here. You can throw an extra barrier, and that's going to create a secret corner gap to peek big window from. If you do kill someone from this, you can definitely expect some funny reactions in all chat. You might need to blur it. But yeah, you can do this on multiple bunk beds. Definitely the second best one is going to be the one in kids behind B-bomb. Throw the barrier in the same way at the bottom leg, and for this one you just need to go left and then look straight east to vault up. You can either rat in here, use it as a hiding spot, or you can use it for some crazy angles while head glitching the bomb. Like, you can go so far out west, it's basically where they rappel up. If an attacker pushes through the rotate, it's not an angle that they have ever died before, so freebie for you. On Outback, we find another spot that we can do it in a similar way like how we did on the bunk beds, but it's going to be in the Reptile case in Reptile Hall. You can place the second barrier once you're inside of it, right at the center, and you're going to have some funny angles looking out of each corner. Up next is another nasty trick from the Dangleberries, where we can uncover the secret vault prompt by throwing a barrier in this precise location that you see me do it in the CEO office on Bank. Once you have this barrier down, just look between the corner of the picture frame and the bookcase and then run at it for a vault prompt. Once you're on top of the sideways bookcase, you can break the top left corner of the window and spawn peek anyone that spawns jewelry front, and you even have the potential to get a headshot on attackers before they drop down into the sewers. It is insane. Up next is just a quick alternate way to run out with Azami barriers on doors, especially if you don't have impacts or if you find yourself in this situation with a different operator. Did you know that if you run off of a surface next to a barrier, it's going to cause the barrier to break, and it's going to have a similar yet quieter effect of when you throw an impact at it for a run out. This one here is perfect since attackers like to drone close by outside the reception door on Coastline. Next up is a huge brain way to make a Azami barrier half walls in some vital spots for ranked. This first one here is using the very strong pink carpet in billiards, and after you break the floor beneath of it, you will be able to place a vertical barrier on the side of the carpet. Yes, this is literally the strongest carpet in all of gaming history. The second one is my favorite, and it's inside of the hunting vault on Villa, where we can use it to have our very own personal half wall to play on to fight both bomb sites and even past them in Study or Classical Hall. Really going to confuse attackers. Playing inside of the hunting vault right in the middle on a half wall is not something that people have seen before in Siege, so go give it a try. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Come join the official Coconut Brah Discord server down below if you have a trick that you want to submit for the next video, and don't forget to check out some of GFeel's new insane flavors using code BRAH. I'll see you all in the next video. I love you all. Peace.